What's going on, humans? This is Michael James Swallow Jr. And this beautiful little thing here is
Amber Swallow.
Amber Janice Swallow, by the way.
Don't
So,
give everybody my government.
hey, we cool. So, we decided to put up a little old video here. Let me make sure I can get my grip right on this phone. Just talking about why a few years ago, was it 2017, babe? Yeah, sometime in
Yeah.
2017, we sold our big old house. It was supposed to be our forever home, huh, babe? But we figured it wasn't. It was more of a, we thought it was an asset, but we didn't really, that was our first house. We didn't really know what an asset was. What do you think an asset was?
I thought it was if you have something that's worth money, but now I've learned that it is that in so many ways, but it's really an asset when you have it, when you have paid it off, and you have that as something extra that's not a debt.
So actually, before we did this, we put this camera on. My wife was in the back getting her hair together because she didn't want y'all to see her hair like it was. So so I googled, is my home an asset or a liability, and it said if you still owe on it, or if you live in your house, it's a liability because you're not making no money off it. So it says if you're making money off it, you're renting it out, then it's an asset, or if it's paid off. Excuse me. So basically, we sitting on this video just to show y'all this a different way of, if y'all buying y'all first home or y'all in the market for a home, why not just get you something other than just a single family home? So what happened was in 2017, I was at work. I sell cars, but I got ADD, so my mind's always wandering off. So I was on my computer and I was thinking, well, what if we do this? How can we save up? I kept thinking of many ways and all that of what we can do. So I was like, ooh, our house is pretty big. It was like 2,700 square feet, but we didn't use the whole thing. So I was like, what if we just cut the house in half and rent out one part? I was like, that's stupid. I want my family with another family directly in the house. I'm walking around in my drawers, and it didn't make sense. So so I was like, oh, what if we get an apartment complex? But I mean, what?
Gotta have the capital.
Yeah, we ain't remember me and my wife had enough money to buy no daggone apartment complex. So I was thinking, I saw a video actually of some guy, and he was like, oh, you can get this and get that, and he had his little drawing, and I was like, what if I take it a step further? So we're gonna show y'all my little drawing I mapped out, and I mapped it out like a couple months prior to telling my wife, and when I actually told her, she cried, and her phone is ringing during our little video. That's awesome.
So here's the drawing.
All right, we're back. So here's a sketch I drew out of trying to make sure this plan that I had in my head would make sense to my wife. So our house we had was $1,500 a month. So this is the mortgage on top. This is our one house. So say this is another house, right? But I was like, what if we just split it in half? So a duplex. So we live here, and then on this side we charge $1,300 a month, but the mortgage is still $1,500 on that building. So to live here, it'll only cost us $200 per month to live in our own house that we own. Just like we own this one, we own this one the same way, but we only pay $200 versus $1,500. And I was like, well, man, that makes more sense. Now we could actually put money towards extra savings or doing other stuff. So then I was like, well, what if we do it again? Keep living here, but we do it again, right? But this time we don't live on this side, because after 2 years you can use your rental property as your income to go towards something else. So on this one, we pay. My wife is upset with me because I keep burping. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So we built this next one, and we $1,300 on both sides. So now it's $2,600 a month that we making. But of course, that's not our profit. That's why I got a line through it. So the profit will be about $1,100 a month on this unit. So but the mortgage still $1,500. So that's why our profit is gonna be about $1,100 a month. So And keep in mind, in this $1,500 number on each unit, that's going to be our taxes and insurance and everything is included in that $1,500 number. So we don't have to come out of pocket nothing at the beginning of every year. So it's all escrowed in. So then we do it again. We save up some more money or pull money from these two if we have enough equity, or pull out of a 401k, or whatever, however we got to do it. We'll put some more money aside and build this one. So this here, same thing again. We make $1,100 profit on this one. Mortgage still $1,500. If in a perfect world, if the mortgage could still be $1,500 on each unit. So say we do that, and so now on 3 units, we're making on just these 2 units by itself, we're making $2,200 a month. So say we have these 3, and we still living here. My wife's probably gonna be like, well, look, let's get our house now. So now we go back to our house. So now we have our house. The mortgage is $1,500 a month. And again, this is all in a perfect world. So we're at $1,500 a month here. We technically not paying this because we're gonna be renting this side out again too. So we have $1,100 a month coming on that property. So now for all 3, we making $3,300 a month. So now these properties are paying for themselves, but they also paying for our house. So when I was looking at this, I was like, it's no way possible that she ain't gonna see that. So now we living in our own house that we're not sharing with no one, and we're not paying for it. So all of our work checks, her work checks, they can go towards more investments and making more money. So now to get from this house to this one, of course it took money. So what we did was we had a little bit of money saved up, plus we had the equity that we took from this house, we transferred it over to this one. So we put all the money down from this house, and put it on this house. So now this house that we had is now.
And that's what the number is.
That's what that 19,000 was. So we put that. Of course, we had a little bit extra left over, but that went towards other stuff. But so now we don't have. These aren't our actual numbers, but we don't pay much to live here. So this is just my drawing that I had that helped us
to show us
forward.
An example of
like an example of what we could do. Mm-hmm. So now we on this one here. We hadn't built these yet. All right, so now that was the sketch. So now a few tips for on if you guys decide to go the build route versus the just buying one outright. We didn't buy one, so we don't have any advice on that yet. So babe, first thing you say is what?
Find you some land. We decided to find some land where we could possibly build 2 of them on one lot. So that would be the first tip, is to find your land location. Do your research on what locations are you
can get more money to rent it out. Mm-hmm. Also in Texas, it's a rule where you if you don't pay cash for the property, you can't build on it. So what we had to do, we found the property, and then we had to get the builder to buy it for us.
Property. So it's included with our.
Mm-hmm. So it was included with the whole purchase.
The whole purchase, right?
Another tip would be the second tip we would say is to pick your floor plan. Yes, that's like really important. Like go and touch, like go to an apartment complex, go to a house, or get online. But I really would prefer if y'all would go out and actually look at it, because ours we had no idea.
We had a floor plan, but the dimensions and how it seemed on paper was not our reality.
No.
And I mean, it's working. We're making it work, but next time we will definitely know exactly how it will look based on what we've seen already.
Next time I'm going to look at 5-6 different floor plans in person
for that
before
square
we pick
footage,
this one,
so we can know what it'll look like.
On the floor plan, it looked like we had a island, because we figured out we weren't gonna have a dining room. We got over that. That was fine. We don't really eat it. We never really ate at a dining room area anyways. But we thought we were gonna have an island, enough room for an island, because on the floor plan it showed an island. But then when we got it, it's not big enough for an island. But I mean, the space is adequate enough. It's fine. It's good enough.
We make it work.
We make it work.
And third is research your builders. We decided to go with a private builder. He has showed us some of his projects that that he did.
Really good work.
Yeah, really good work.
But he already had everything set up, like ready to go for us. Like he had the money to buy the property and to start the build.
He was established, and that's what
he had a
really
good reputation. So if you're looking for a builder, please, because there was another builder that I was looking at, and he ended up screwing over like somebody that I knew. So then that was after after I decided not to pick him. So I'm glad I didn't, because that could have been us in that situation.
Yeah.
So those are
our 3 tips.
Yeah, that's big tips. No, we can't think of nothing else. But if y'all have any questions, just comment below, and we will try to answer them if we best we could. Now, don't let us confuse you. We're not real estate gurus yet, but I mean, we just actually went through the stuff, the trials and tribulations of doing this whole project, which we didn't understand none of this at first. We just went off of whim and we just did it. We went our faith in this, like, we're going to do something different. So just, if y'all have any questions, just hit us up, and we will hopefully have an answer for y'all.
Subscribe, like, and enjoy the video.
Holla.